This conference will now be recorded.
Welcome to DRTSPR show. This is Dr. Tangella Shiva Prasad Reddy alias Dr. TSPR. Namaste, Adab, hello, and a warm welcome. We are 21 minutes delayed because of the clear technical problems once again. Why these technical problems and how long we have been complaining? Everything is on record. In spite of that, I'm very thankful and the viewers will be very happy that Ravichandran Swaminathan ji took pains to join on something which is very vital and important for the Indian societal existence, because we say existential crisis when it happens with your own beliefs, that too when a belief is of majority driven and psyched by the political parties. They say Vavar Swamiye Sharnamayappa. Even Vavar means the Muslim friend is also involved, and in that belt you have many Christians who are operating tourist taxis and who have hotels in the hospitality industry, so and so forth, along with the believers of Hindu faith who adorn this Ayappa Diksha for 41 days. That Diksha, that Yatra to Sabarimala, to Kerala, and the darshan of Lord Ayappa, Swami Sharanam Ayappa. This has been going on for ages. Now he is called as Kali Yuga Vardhana. Everyone started yesterday. I just completed my Diksha. Again, thankful to Lord Ayappa and all the other deities, Manju Mataye, Sharanamayappa, Ganapati Sodarane, Sharanamayappa, Shanmuka Sodarane, Sharanamayappa, Ishvara Tanayane, Sharanamayappa, Parvati Putrane, Sharanamayappa, Om Swamiye, Sharanamayappa.
Ayappa.
Such a wonderful, when you say Sharanagosha period, this Sharanagosha period with sanctity we have shown you. And the other day, our Nagarjuna, Thampi Nagarjuna is already saying Om Namah Shivaya from Aluva. He has been fighting the case, and luckily we had Ravichandranji that day also. Maybe I wish Thampi Nagarjuna also joins. We fought 91 acres of Sabarimalai Ayyappa land to land cost paid, and land to land exchange land was given way back in 2005. Mr. Chief Minister of Kerala and all the political parties, are you in sleeping mode? You have not handed over 32 acres of land. And what is happening? Crores of rupees every year. The Bhaktas, devotees are donating. Where are the facilities? I have just come back. Travancore Devaswam Board, shameful on you. I went to President's office in Nelkal. That fellow was not there. That assistant fellow, he is so arrogant. He is saying, go wherever you want. You fellow, you will be taught a lesson by the same Lord Ayappa. We are not here to curse. But you are surviving, your board, and you fellow, you are surviving because of the blessing of the devotees, their contribution. Honestly, I am demanding Chief Minister of Kerala and the government of Chief Minister of Kerala, along with that, the party in power, show me the records. How much government is spending on Sabarimala Yatra every year? Is it not a fact? You are taking money from Sabarimala Hundi. Last time he has clearly made Kamadhenu. Hindu temples have become Kamadhenu, source of funds for governments. Shame on them. Because these funds, devotees donate funds for betterment of facilities when they visit and development of their faith temples. Is this happening anywhere in India? Sabarimala, even High Court, I am surprised. Why is High Court or Supreme Court not interfering in other faiths? How is that Christian churches, Muslims mosques are managed by themselves and government is not funding them? Are you receiving any fund in support by churches or mosques? I am challenging now. What is this nonsense going on in this India? Where is equijustice? All equal before law. Article 14, Article 25, 26. What happened to our Worship Act? Clearly dealt by Ravichandran. That is why today we have taken up this show. After seeing the sufferings of Sabarimala Yatris, those who are in Diksha have gone on 4th, 5th morning. I was there, Chief Minister, Kerala. Travancore Devaswam Board, entire board, shame on you. You are making devotees to run like beggars for buying RTC tickets. And after that, those limited buses, they have to carry you to Pamba. What High Court Kerala? Is this what you have given? No vehicle should be going except Devaswam Board. And who are you to dictate terms, me, High Court? We are not under you. It is a Prana Pratishta. Ayappa Daita has got his own rules and regulations to be followed. And devotees, we are following. How are you interfering, listening to one side? We demand Kerala High Court to revisit its decision. Come to Sabarimala, Pamba. Come to Nelkal. First travel to Nelkal. You see the hardships. Then you travel from Nelkal to Pamba. Because we are demanding High Court so that you will understand the problems being faced by the devotees. Why proper roads network is not there in Nelkal? Dust and the stones, they will hurt you so much. And after that, with that Irumudi and the luggage, High Court of Kerala, devotees have to run and board the bus. 80 rupees for such small journey. And you have to stand in the bus even after you get into the bus with such huge gathering. Crores of devotees visit Sabarimala in 1.5 months' time. Nowhere in the world, I'm challenging you, can find such type. That is why Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayji, I hope your government should open the eyes, come to the rescue of devotees, because this Diksha, Sabarimala, Ayyappa Diksha, is creating so much of not only wealth, but employment opportunities for entire Kerala, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, all the states in the form of transport, railways, flights. By road, you are paying taxes. And hotels, hospitality industry. And top of that, the Sabarimala and the pilgrimage, Guruvayur too, even have gone to Kanyakumari, Padmanabha Swami, everywhere these Swamis are going. They are contributing. Not only that, once Swami visits, next time they will come back to Kerala and Tamil Nadu for this tourism also with their families. So throughout the year, Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan and all the chief ministers, including Tamil Nadu Chief Minister, Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister, Telangana Chief Minister and Karnataka Chief Ministers, including Goa, you should open your eyes and ears. Otherwise, devotees will start questioning you. That questioning should be in a defined and democratic way. That is why this show and this wonderful guest. Yes, Swami Sharanam.
Okay, sir. So you had a good trip.
With
You had a
Lord's
good
blessing,
darshan of Lord Ayappa.
wonderful darshan of Lord Ayappa. And all those who are working there, I salute them. But believe me, from Nelkal to go to Pamba, horrible, we suffered hell. Again from Pamba, while going, we went up well. And again, before Padunettambadi, 2 hours, these fellows have stopped. What business they have to stop us from having a darshan of Lord Ayappa? With Irumudi, so much of weight, already sagging health, the legs worn out after climbing the Ayappa Pachimeda. What will be the condition of devotees? Are those not human beings in Travancore Devaswam Board? Why do you stop darshan of Ayappa after going towards Padunettambadi? Nonsense. Deliberately, mismanagement. Otherwise, what can you say? In spite of that, we had a wonderful darshanam. En route, no proper facilities. I can tell you, guarantee you. That is why this show, we are dedicating it to all Ayappa devotees and Sabarimala Lord Ayappa, so that the governments whether central government, state government, and along with that, or Travancore Devaswam board will have to open your eyes. Otherwise, the law will take its own course. God will not be that kind to you. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Reddy. Thank you. And sorry for the delay. There was a network issue, poor network connection. I don't know why it has come up suddenly. That is because you have taken off your Diksha. The network issue is now coming back again. Anyway, I just wanted to talk to you about Sabarimala per se, about Lord Ayyappa, Ayya and Appa, Ayyappa, also called Dharma Shastra, the one who rules over Dharma. Actually speaking, historically speaking, Ayyappa has been worshipped as a forest god. He belongs to the tribes of Malayala Arya. And this period, Kartigai period, the festivities start sometime in late December and extends up to January 15th when the Magaravalakku takes place. Ayyappa was a tribal leader who went into meditation and became one with God. That is why his posture in that area is in the form of a yoga mudra. That is in the form of a yogi, with his legs up, with the yoga pata, the belt tied around his legs, with the Chinmaya mudra and the Jnana mudra. He is in meditation, and because he is in meditation, he is not supposed to be disturbed, particularly by women. Because we have in our mythology, there is a lot of issues where meditating sages have been disturbed. By even Lord Shiva was disturbed in his meditation by Uma. Right? So in this case, that is why women in the ages between 12 and 50 are not permitted in the this thing. But there is another reason also for menstruating women not being permitted into that area, because it is a highly forested area. Even today, it is called the Tiger Reserve or Periyar Tiger Sanctuary. And the smell of blood may cause animals to may cause human animal conflicts. That is one of the reasons why women are not permitted there. And the trip either from Erumeli or from Pamba itself is very tedious, uh, because there are no proper pathways. The pathways are all forest tracks on which people have to go. And that is the reason why you go on a 41-day Vrida. That is a 41 day of living a very hard life, so that when you go there, you are not bothered about your personal comforts because you have got used to it now. Going barefoot, your souls are hardened, living on limited food because you take only limited food during the day. You are sleeping on the hard floor and you are taking bath in a very cold water. And let me tell you, Pamba river is freezing during this time of the year. Having said that, Travancore Devasanam board was set up in 1950 by the Travancore Cochin Religious Endowment Act, and this thing signed between the Travancore Rajas and the Indian government in 1950, where 1,248 temples were taken over by the Devasanam board. And one of the clauses in that Devasanam board agreement or contract is that any money which is collected in the temple is to be used for the temple for the facilities of the devotees. It cannot be taken over or given to the government. In fact, when Guruvayur temple gave 5 crores to government towards that disaster relief fund, there were objections to that, and some people went to court also on that, saying that that is not the purpose for which the money was given, so it cannot be used that way. So that way, the Kerala, the religious endowment contract signed by the Kerala government and the temples, it is very clear in the takeover of the temple. But the more fundamental question is, the preamble to the constitution was amended in 1975 during the emergency period, and the 42nd amendment introduced the word secular into the preamble of the constitution. What does the word secular mean? Secular means without religion. The functions of the state is separated from the religion. It has got no religious backing, it has got no religious connotations, it has got no religious links. That is the meaning of secularism. And Karl Marx himself has said that religion is the opium of the masses. So he was against religion, and he said that every communist, every true communist is an atheist. So once it has been established that communism, I follow a atheistic policy of ideology where I say that there is no God. When I say there is no God, then what business do I have in managing a place of God?
Wonderful.
Or in other words, now I'm acknowledging that there is a God, which means that my ideology is wrong. From in Sabarimala, just to give you a few statistics, about 1.5 lakh people visit Sabarimalai every day for 60 days, for these 60 days, between November 15th and January 15th. There is a footfall of almost about 1 crore of people over there. And 1 crore, 1.5 lakh people coming there, facilities have to be provided. And this is also one of the reasons, major reasons, why women are not permitted. When I say menstruating women come there, then they have to be provided a separate facility other than what is being provided for men. And that will take up more space. Now, if I take up more space in that area, what happens is the entire climate, the entire region, environmental impact on that area will be very high. Already it is being overstretched because of the poor facilities. If the facilities are streamlined, and Tirupati is having an equal amount of devotees coming in, but isn't it organized in Tirupati, where you can book online the time, the date, the time, and what time you can come there, what time you have to leave? Everything is pre-programmed. Why can't the Kerala government also do something similar, having taken over the management of the temples? Now, if they are not able to manage it properly, or if they are not don't have the resource to do it properly, then the best thing is would be to give it back to the trustees and tell them you manage it, we can't do anything about it. Now, one of the reasons why the government interfered in Hindu temples was, and this is a reason given by the government, they said that the trusts have not managed the temples properly. Then all that I have to say to the government is the Padmanabha Swami temple has been managed by the Travancore Rajas for the last 400 years. And it is the richest temple in India. After opening only one chamber, There are 6 chambers over there. 2 chambers are opened regularly for worship, and the rest 4 chambers were opened on the Supreme Court's orders, but 2 chambers were not opened. Only one chamber was opened, and the amount of wealth, gold, and other precious stones inside that one single chamber made it the richest temple in entire India, which means the private trust that was managing Padmanabha Swami temple has managed it so well that it has become the richest temple in India. Now, Sabarimala was a similar situation, but today the government is begging funds for Sabarimala. Why is that situation come? Sabarimala gets 269 to 275 crores every year. This is the income to Sabarimala. And what is the amount that is being spent at Sabarimala? From what you say, nothing. Kallum mullum kalak medai. Yes, thorns and stones are going to be my medding. But nowhere has it been said that Serum Sagadiyum kalak medai nu sollaliye. Nowhere has it been said that all sorts of garbage should be I should be stepping on garbage. And in Pamba, why can't they? They have built a dam against, despite protests from the Sabarimala temple, and because they built the dam, water is not flowing as it should flow in Pamba, and because of that, Pamba river is getting polluted. If they treat the water that is being flowing into from different villages and cities on the banks of Pamba, then Pamba will be a clear river, clean river, where people can bathe, meditate, and go up. So even this basic facility is not available there. That's a very sad part of the story. Now coming back to Ayyappa, he was a forest deity, and basically the tribals over there, uh, they were worshipping Ayyappa. Now there is another aspect to it. If devotees are being stopped at Nilakal, I don't know whether you observed, there are a lot of churches which are coming around Nilakal. Big churches have been coming up around Nilakal.
That's
In
what I'm
fact, there
surprised.
was a proposal. In fact, there was a proposal to build a church at Ponnambala Meadow,
See,
and it was stopped at the last time. Now, the idea is you ring Sabarimala with churches and then start raising objections to this, to that, and finally you put a stop to the entire thing. So this is the basic idea of the church, which is running an insidious campaign. The problem, this is a problem which has to be addressed face on. The main reason why the tribal people in Sabarimala are not converting to Christianity is because Sabarimala does not distinguish between people, because the church tried that, and at every place they said that oh, there is a caste feeling, oh, this lower caste people are not allowed into temple, oh, these people are not allowed into temple, those people are not allowed into temple. But in Sabarimala, they could not raise that excuse, because in Sabarimala, everybody goes into the temple, and it is not limited to Hindus alone. Other people also come. Other people to other faiths have also coming into the temple. So the church was not able to bring out the excuse that people are being discriminated in Sabarimala. That is the reason why this last couple of years back there was this big fight over admission of women, because only women were being discriminated. So immediately they said that, oh yes, this is gender discrimination, patriarchy, Brahmin patriarchy, this patriarchy, that patriarchy. Actually, it is a forest god who is worshipped by the tribals, and the tribals themselves have laid down some rules so that the pristine quality of the entire environment is maintained. Where the peace of Lord Ayyappa is not disturbed. In fact, that entire area was originally a meditation center for the Buddhists. The Parama Buddha was initially hailing from that place, and his statue in Tibet is very similar to this Ayyappa temple. In fact, they consider Lord Ayyappa to be the guru of Parama Buddha. So, there is a lot of significance in Sabarimala. Sabarimala is the essence of Sanatana Dharma, which says that all are equal. And you worship nature. You worship people who have shown signs of godliness. They are not Godmen. They are men of God. And you worship them as men of God. That is the significance of Lord Ayyappa. He is worshipped. He would have been a tribal leader who has protected the tribes against several misadventures. That is why he has retreated, given up everything, and gone back to meditation. That is why he is worshipped as a god. That is why he is worshipped as Lord Ayyappa. That is why he is worshipped as a celibate Lord Ayyappa. And the more important thing is the procedures and protocols that have been laid while going to Sabarimala, the 41 days vow that you observe, the hardships you endure, this is all to build up your patience, all to build up your endurance, all to instill a sense of peace within you. That is why every person who goes through that 41 days of Vrida and goes there with the Irumudi, he is described as a Swami. He is described as a representative of Lord Ayyappa. And when such a person goes and visits Lord Ayyappa, it is not to see Lord Ayyappa that he goes there. He goes there to enable Lord Ayyappa to see him. And
Wonderful.
in Lord Ayyappa, he sees himself there. And when he goes there, he sees in Lord Ayyappa his own soul over there. That is why in that Irumudi, when they break that ghee coconut, the ghee represents the soul. And that soul is burnt, given as an offering to Ayyappa, saying that this Atma is now mingled with you. This Atma is now no different from your Lord Ayyappa. Or in other words, I am also part of you. And the husk, the coconut shell or the husk which is left over, that is the physical part, that is the represents the body, and that you throw it into the fire and allow it to burn. This is a philosophical part of it, but there is another issue also. When you pour pure ghee, remember it is pure ghee. When you pour that pure ghee into that homam, what happens is it gives out a lot of cleansing air into the air, cleansing smoke into the air, and that prevents contamination. This is one form because this is done once a year. That Homagundam happens once a year. And when you put all this and burn that, then the entire air in that area is cleared off. This is one part of climate cleaning up, which the ancient tribal people in their wisdom were following, and which we now also follow, but politics always comes into the picture. Article 25 to 28 talks about freedom of religion. And one of the most important freedom of religion is I worship my God in my own way. And the difference between other religions and Hindu religion is in other religions it is a congregation, it is a place for prayers where people congregate to listen to one another. Whereas in a Hindu religion, a temple is a deity's place. There we consider the deity as an aspect of godliness, and we give him a separate place, and we give follow certain even when you go into your house, you leave your slippers outside, you wash your legs, you wash your hands, and then go in. When you go into the space reserved for your family deities, you take a bath and go in. You just don't walk in like that. There are restrictions even inside your own house when you enter the space of a deity, of your family deity. That respect has to be shown. In the same manner, when you approach your father and mother, you don't wear shoes and go there into their room or in front of them. You don't sit in front of them and put your leg one over the other and show them your slippers. That is not respect. So all these things only go to tell that this is how I should worship my superiors. And I acknowledge that the God inside the temple is my superior and I bow to him. And when I go there to see him, there is a particular protocol, that is a particular procedure, that is a particular way of doing it, and that is how it should be done, irrespective of who is doing it. Probably you may do it in a very grand manner. Somebody may not have anything. He can offer only a couple of, say, rice crumbs. But that is enough. Now, having said this, what business does the government have in managing these temples? Again, I am coming back to the. At best, the original idea was that governments interference into temples, I will say interference, was restricted only to the administration of certain rules and regulations inside temples so that no mishap takes place. They do not have any right to interfere into the actual running of the temple in the way it is to be run. They do not have any right to tell what sort of worship is to be conducted, who is to be admitted, who is not to be admitted. These all these data is laid down in the temple as a custom, as a usage over ages, over hundreds of years, thousands of years. The government has got no business to interfere in that. A secular government has got no business to enter into a temple itself. Forget about administration, forget about managing the rules and regulations. It is in violation of Articles 25 to 28, where it clearly says that the right to worship as I please, the right to worship the deity I please, the right to worship in the manner I please is my fundamental right as long as it does not interfere in anybody's right. Very simple. Now, having said that, is it that the government is taking over all religious places, or is it limited only to Hindu temples? Actually, the entire thing is limited only to Hindu temples. If government during the pandemic, when the total remuneration to the temples fell down by more than 90%, Kerala government was in a very deep problem. They could not even pay money to their government employees for Onam. And they had to go with a begging bowl to everybody asking for money. Or in other words, it is only the money that is being dropped into the hundis of Sabarimalai and Guruvayur and other temples which is sustaining the Kerala government today. That is why they don't want to give up on this. My question is, okay, you want money from temples, fine, take it. But make it equitable. Take money from the churches also. They have got more land, they have got more money. Take money from the Waqf boards. They have got more land, they have got more money. If they can finance terror to the extent of 5,000 crores or 10,000 crores, I think they can divert a part of it into financing the Kerala government also. So why don't they do it? If these religions are so, as I say, that they're so well formed, and other people are all shaitans or satans, then why do they take the money from the temples to go on a Hajj pilgrimage or go to a pilgrimage to Jerusalem? Why should money be paid for taken from kafirs and pagans like us to fulfill their religious vows? You want our money, but you don't want us. So this is sort of discrimination has to end. Now there are certain cases in the Supreme Court as well as in the High Court, and it hopefully in the next 50 to 100 years, the government, the Supreme Court will give a decision on that, because that is their uh, right now, that is their batting score. So it took 300 years for Babri Masjid to be resolved. Hopefully, in another 100 years, we'll get this also resolved, because now we have got computers on hand. So hopefully, it should work faster. And I'm keeping all my fingers crossed. Within 100 years, most of these atheists would have either converted themselves into some religious group, or they would have just disappeared. That is my hope, serious hope in that. Because already communism has gone out of Russia. It has become a bad word in Russia. And Chinese, we don't have to talk about it, because they are pretending to be communist. That's all. So only in India, these people are talking about communism, Marxism, Leninism, Stalinism, and all sort of isms, Maoism, and all that. At the end of the day, even the most diehard communist is after money. He is also a capitalist as far as money is concerned, as far as his house is concerned. There is no reason why they should be stepping into Hindu temples or Hindu areas and tell us how we have to worship our gods, or what money when we give. Actually, the money given to all these trusts, all temples, are supposed to be used only to provide facilities for the devotees in the form of food, in the form of staying areas. Originally, the kings used to provide chowtries. In a similar manner, the temples have to build chowtries so that pilgrims can come and stay there, where they can be fed some basic amount of food, where people can come and go. Easy access is there. I am not telling immediately you put concrete roads or put a metro rail from Pamba to Panambalamedu. People have to walk. There is no choice in that. But don't mess up the traffic arrangement so that the people who are going up clash with the people who are coming down. Don't allow motorized vehicles on that, where people are walking. And parking spaces for cars or these things, this can be, it is not a rocket science. If you are not able to arrange a parking lot for 1.5 lakh, 1.5 lakh people who are coming there, all of them are not coming by cars and vans. A lot of them are coming by buses also. So if you cannot arrange a reasonably decent parking space for about 20-25,000 vehicles at any given time, then I think it is better that you go home. And 10% of temple revenue goes for auditing fees and maintenance of temple, paying the salaries of the government people over there. Even a good business will not be run like that. How many people do you think pay 3% and 4% as audit fees of their total turnover? So these things should be addressed now. Forget our courts. We don't have. We have judges who are ideologically moved. They are not legally moved. It is ideology which talks to them, and they interpret the laws in that manner. That is the sad part of it. So, and after declaring that the deity is a juridical person or a person within the sense of the legal terms, he is a person. That means he also has a right to privacy. He also has a right to liberty. He also has a right to be worshipped in a manner that he should be worshipped. He is accustomed to. So these are the things that has to be talked in the court and thing. But as devotees going there, it is essential that we also maintain all that sanctity without indulging in hooliganism in that place. Now that also happens a lot of times. That has to be controlled. That has to be controlled by us. If you permit another outsource that regulation of uh, the devotees then to an outside person, then naturally is going to take control of that also. So this aspect has also got to be considered. Yes, Dr. Reddy.
Yep, very nicely explained. I think the entire people who have been watching now they have come to know what Lord Ayappa and Shabarimala is all about. I hope this would open the eyes of the Chief Minister. Maybe once again, the historical facts should go to the administrative thinking and decision making of Kerala government and also central government and also these courts who interfere time and again without understanding how is that the other religions have been left out and if whether this is what Indian constitution is all about straight from this question. And then in Shabarimala, when the entire area is developing, you say modernizing and everything. How is that you are not improving facilities for devotees? And is it not the right of the devotees who have been contributing towards this fund? Is it not their right?
It is their right. That it is for that purpose only that the money should be used. Central government has given 100 crores to the Kerala government. Can the Kerala government account for how this 100 crores has been spent for development of Sabarimalai? And in addition, this is in addition to the amounts that they are collecting from the devotees. And I'm telling you, 269 crores is only the offerings made in the hundi. The other aspects, 80 rupees per ticket in a ramshackle bus, these are extras. The amount of GST that the Kerala government collects because of devotees coming to Sabarimala or to Guruvayur, the amount of money that they are spending, 18% of it goes as a GST to the Kerala government. That is revenue for them. Now, if Kerala government is really serious, I am talking about it from a purely materialistic point of view. If the government wants to make some money out of it to run its government, fine, let them do it. Let them provide the facilities and charge them for the facilities. Why should they take the temple funds to do this? If they want to run buses from Nilakal to Pamba, let them give good buses and charge them accordingly. Why should they use Ayyappa as an excuse to run ramshackle buses and say that you go and complain wherever you want? We are not here to complain. We are here to have darshan of the God and go home. We are not here
Wonderful.
to have darshan of the Devasanam board officers who think that they are gods. No, they are not gods. They are servants of the servants of gods.
Wonderfully said. They are servants of the God.
Yes.
That's what they
And they
should
should
keep in
have that
mind.
humility to accept it.
Yeah, that humility should be there to accept it because it is the money given by the devotees, not Kerala government. And
Yes.
even central government is
Not
paying, giving,
government.
contributing 100 crores every year. Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan, you have to account for it. Since you have become the chief minister, all these years, what did you do with 100 crores every year? What is the development you have done there? One straight question to you. And also Kerala High Court, did you inquire into this? The second aspect, every year, as you rightly pointed out, 279, 280 crores only by Hundi. And even the other contributing, whether it is GST or through bus or everything, what is that amount every year? this Shabarimala Yatra is contributing towards the state of Kerala. Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan, come out clean. And High Court of Kerala, you need to answer now. Then, do we have a right to worship the way we want or not? Is it our fundamental right or not? Who are you to control us? And who are you to make us look like beggars on the street? The way the police and they behave, it is shaming. The way they speak to you, so ruthless, very unkind. And see that fellow, a photo is also there. I've taken the snap of the Travancore Devaswam board on 5th afternoon in Nelkal. How that fellow is responding. Shame on them. Is this the way? And I ask you, Mr. Ravichandran ji, so these are the pertinent things which Kerala government, Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan, Chief Minister, you need to answer. And Kerala High Court, how can you stop vehicles? How can you allow only Devaswam bound vehicles? Who are they? Am I right or wrong, Ravichandran ji?
It only shows their inability to control the traffic. It only shows their incompetence to organize proper traffic, put proper traffic rules and regulations on that road. It only shows their incompetence or inability to manage the parking space of entry and exit. If they are not able to do it, then it is better that they quit doing that business.
It is better to quit. Then the trust will manage. Get rid of all these political
Yes,
appointments in Travancore Devaswam board. Is that not a fair demand? Why should
that is only
government
the
appoint
solution.
any government? I'm
When
not blaming just
Tirupati,
Pinarayi Vijayan.
when Tir-
Any government.
when, when Tirupati can manage with twice this load every day, 24/7, 365 days, I think Sabarimalai Trust can also do a good job.
Shabarimala Trust also can do a good job. So you better quit, Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan and the administration. You have no business there. It is a religious place. Our belief and the tribal god, everyone is worshipping and all are equal at least. When you wear those clothes, worship clothes, when you are climbing, Swamiye Sharnamayappa, there is no rich or poor, which this caste or that caste. You cannot identify. That is the beauty of Lord Ayappa's Diksha. And are you going to scuttle this? How do you look at this scenario? Everything is evident to the entire world, but how is that this is not evident to the Kerala government or Kerala High Court?
Money is blocking their vision. The money that they get there is blocking their vision. That is why they are not able to see it.
But don't you think devotees also have a right now to question them? Enough
Yes,
of this nonsense.
they have the right. They have the right to question the left.
They have the devotees of Ayappa have the right to question the left means left government. That is why we said, is it Marx or Manikandan? Who should be ruling Shabarimala? I come to that title. Now you tell me who should be ruling. Is it Marx or Manikandan?
It is Manikanda's right, and he is ruling it. The Marks are not ruling it; they are looting it. They are ruining it.
So
Karl Marx can
Manikandan
never
is
rule a temple. He can only ruin it. It is Manikandan who is ruling there.
Manikandan is ruling Marx or whoever it is, but they are rioting, I mean looting and ruining the temple. So I leave it to the
Yes.
devotees of Ayappa, Lord Ayappa, and all faiths in Hindu religion. We pray to different gods. And that is why they said it is not 3 crores, only 21. Again, that topic we are going to come back. I request him because these minority leaders of other parties, they were making fun. 3 crore गार्ड है दिमाग नहीं है उसको हौला है वो. He said no, it has been explained by Ravichandran, only 21 different types of deities we pray.
That is
Then
only
how we have
33
been
missing.
33, that's all.
That,
That also
that,
we are going to do a specific,
33 Koti.
yeah,
Koti is
33
not
to
crores.
not crores, though Haule Pagal Jo criticizing our religion. I don't use this type of adjectives. Why I am trying is they are masterminding our faith to submit to themselves and making fun of us. And that is why we are becoming fooled. We are being fooling ourselves. So it's a wake up call for everyone's bill, because we respect every other religion and we celebrate their festivals. That is the beauty of the Sanatana Dharma. We don't discriminate them. And you see, Lord Ayappa's example, is it not Muslim who is earning? And how our temple in Erumeli was so small. How is that they have made such a big mosque and they are praying there? How did governments allow it? The same could have been allowed if it was to be a Hindu temple, but that is the endurance of Hindus. Same Christians, how many of them? And yesterday's driver, wonderful man. And when we wanted to tip him, he said, "No, sir, I'm getting paid by my master. I serve you." We said, "Hats off to you." Such gentlemen from Christian community. They're all getting benefited and they're serving us. They're taking their all faiths. Will the same be allowed when you go to such type of congregations in churches, in Christians or Muslims? Will you allow Hindus to be there? Will you allow Hindu shop to be there? Will you allow Hindu travelers, tourists to be there? When that cannot happen, this is happening in Lord Ayappa's. Such Annadana Prabhu, if you create problems, it is nothing but curse for the entire society. That is why we are requesting every religion also to think and make force these governments to move out of all the temples, whether it is Shabarimala or everywhere. And before I say bye, when I was coming down, they diverted another road. So many tractors and dollies. And with due respects, all those dolly men who are carrying the weight, I respect them. But every minute a dolly up or down, every minute a tractor up and down. And it has hit one of our batch mates also, Ayappa. Luckily, he survived. How do you look at this scenario? Is it not a big crime on their part?
Yes. They should not put motorized vehicles on the place where dolis are being taken. They should have given that respect to those people there. This is the problem. Now, if they don't know how to organize traffic patterns, then it is very difficult to do it. And I don't think managing 1.5 lakh people moving up and down is such a big task.
So, Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan, it is
Streamlining
failure.
the movement is not a very big task.
It is failure on
Streamlining
your
the
part.
movement of,
Yeah,
yes.
please, please.
See, 1.5 lakh people over a period of 25 or 24, 25 hours. It makes only about, say, about 6,000 people or maximum per hour. So, if they are not able to manage that, then what do I say? You can't manage 6,000 people moving up and down a mountain, over 5 kilometers, over 5,000 meters. 1 meter, one person. If you are not able to make that traffic arrangement, proper traffic arrangement, then what should I say? It is only a reflection of your incompetence. But the problem is, even the police are not given a free hand because of constant interference by the government. There are
I
good
know.
police people also who can plan it,
And
because earlier I've seen the police people doing it.
we respect them because there are many who try to help us out in times of need
Yes.
and distress. But see, if
In
even
fact,
they
they
are,
also they undergo that 41 days Vradam only and come there. There are people there.
well, many,
It is
many,
not the
I've seen many
police.
police people wearing the tilak and all, even otherwise a Muslim
Yeah.
or Christian also, very kind. But the governance part I'm trying to talk, and they have become part of that. That is why they are being blamed because they have become
Blame.
part. At least police should start questioning now. It should become independent. They should say this yatra is providing everything. The beliefs are addressed mainly, and then it is giving annadanam, employment to so many. And entire Kerala survives. Not only that, even after Shabarimala season, these Ayyappas, they visit Kerala very regularly and Tamil Nadu with their families. So such a big, big, big occasion. When they are contributing, don't you think their minimum requirements have to be taken care of?
See, it is going to help only Kerala tourism. And if they are not able to realize that, then they lose money.
But the hindsight is they are depopularizing. There is another thought. They are deliberately trying to depopularize this. As you have seen Jyoti, they
See,
said it is man-made. And after that, many devotees started visiting Shabarimala.
there is a issue. See, when you allow politics to come into this, or when you allow biased politics to come into this, then the basic reason why the left government doesn't want to encourage Sabarimalai is because they think that by allowing people into Sabarimalai, again the same belief which was driving the Christians is now driving the communists also. They think that by allowing people into Sabarimalai, then people will realize that there is an alternative to the left government also. And if they start leaving the left government and going to the other parties, then they lose. So that is the reason why they want to keep the population separated, segregated, divided, so that they can rule. It's a divide and rule policy which they are following.
Do you think this is going to remain with them? Do you think?
They will try their best, but it is only up to us to fight for it. You give them
Yeah.
the space, they will take it. So we have to see that we don't give the space to them. That is the
And
only way that it can.
what about the yeah? Don't give devotees and all those who believe in Lord Ayappa. Don't give place to these type of governments. They are trying to deliberately destabilize your belief and thinking. So you don't give them space. You fight upright. And you know what Shabarimala Ayappa, Lord Ayappa stands for. Have and why women are not restricted in the age group of 12 and 50. Yes, clearly spelled out. Not for other reasons. There is no discrimination in such Hindu faith or belief. Scientific and logic reasons have been explained. At the same time, the thought process which has gone into such facilities, the blood, and because Lord Ayappa in that mudra is considered to be in absolute meditation. So that is how you should look up at this entire issue. And when you go there, you should also consider yourself as a Lord Ayappa. That patience, that love, that devotion, and that meditation should sync with your going there. Come whatever may, we will not to yield. That is how you don't yield space to anyone. That is how this, he says, as long as Kanneswamis continue to come to my, one word on that also.
Yes. So, काम क्रोध मद लोभ की जब लग मन में कान कहा मूर्ख कहा पंडित दोहु एक समान. When a fool, there is no difference between a fool and a pandit. If all of them get angry, they desire for other things, material things. So, and they kamam, krodam, lobam, greediness. If they are greedy people, start hoarding and all these things, you leave it. That is why you do that 41 days vrida and go there. And every time a Kani Swami comes, he's a pure person, irrespective of his age. The very fact that he has a desire. What is the difference between a Kani Swami and a Swamiji who is going for the second time? The Kani Swami is going there without knowing what is there. He goes there with his only on his faith. He does not know what is there, what will happen there, and whether he will even come back. His pilgrimage is there only purely based on faith, unadulterated faith. When he goes for the second time, now he knows what is there. Now he knows that if he goes there, has a darshan, he can come back. But the Kani Swami's position is not like that. He goes there with full faith, unadulterated faith, with a focused mind. That is why he is considered greatest among all these Swamis. And as long as a Kanniswami is coming to Sabarimala, Ayyappan is always there to receive him. A pure, unsullied mind comes and meets him. That is where he gets his strength. That is where Lord Ayyappa gets his strength. That even with all these people creating obstacles, there are people coming to see. There are people who are coming here for me to take darshan.
And
That
Manju
is why.
Mata ye Sharnamayappa we call
Yes.
Manju Mata ye. She said, I'm waiting for you there.
Yes.
And he says, as long as Kannaswamis keep visiting me, you be there.
I
I
can't
will
be
not be
disturbed.
there.
I can't be disturbed. I can't be
I,
disturbed.
I can't. That's and then what is that suggestion you would like to give to High Court? Only Devaswam board buses should ply. And hitherto so much of crowd, vehicles used to drop and come back. Now so much of hardships they are facing. And deliberately
See,
you allow these stoned roads, they have to just climb on that. Is it not when you are modernizing everything with due respects to the environment and forest? Can't you just lay some roads wherein we can enjoy the darshanam, yatra, diksha, yatra, and darshanam? And how is that you are discriminated? Only Devaswam boats allowed, not the boats of pilgrims who are funding you.
the entire area is a forest area, Dr. Reddy. It
Yes.
is part of the Periyar Tiger Reserve.
Yeah.
Now, you have a problem with these stones, mostly stones, and the reason why the stones are there is because of improperly laid roads, which are cracking or breaking when because those areas are prone to heavy flooding and heavy rain. So
Yes.
the roads are not properly laid, then the stones come loose and they uh, give discomfort to your legs because you are traveling barefoot. That is the reason why this thing. So there are technologies which can provide smooth roads without any metals. Why can't they simply pave it? Paving
Yes.
it is one solution, but paving it is also not the only solution. Better still, if it was given to me, if I was to make a suggestion, I will say remove all these stones there, put mud over there. Put a lot of sand and mud over there so that people can walk on that. It is good for their feet. It will not hurt them with stones and all that. There are sieving machines available which can sieve the entire stones out and remove them from there. Remove the thorns also from their path. Make it comfortable for people to walk up. At the same time, because it is only sand, there are no stones, there are no thorns, there is no concrete, there are no iron rods sticking out from the roads, because that is all environmental friendly. So once the season is over, it can go back to its forest state. That is how the pathways were there earlier. And if you see that, as long it is very difficult for you to climb steps because right from Pamba onwards, I think for the first 1 kilometer there are only steps. It is very
Yes.
difficult for people to climb these steps. But if it was a straight single road, smooth road, then people could easily walk over that. Okay, it will be a bit longer, but still people can walk. So that is how it should be addressed. And there should be bathing facilities, disposal facilities, water sewage treatment facilities, good drinking water should be provided, and nutritious food should be provided. I don't, by nutrition, I'm not saying that you have to provide meat, liquor, and alcohol
I know.
because these people who come there, they are used to limited food. So you give them limited food and give them a place where they can sit and cook their own food or take this food and eat it and go. And once this yatra is over, people should also come together to clean up that place before leaving. that
Yes.
people can also be encouraged to do that.
Yes, that is a good suggestion, but only when you don't tire them out in the form of those raw stones and those
Correct.
thorns and that that type of this when modern technology is there, when they are contributing so much, still how can you live in those old age philosophies? And why High Court is restricting the movement of the vehicles of pilgrims or devotees who are paying them? Don't you think this is also going to be a major setback when they cannot manage only 20,000,
See,
30,000 vehicles?
banning is not a solution. Give them alternate solutions. Okay, now you want them to limit your this thing, traffic at Mumbai. You want to limit the number of vehicles at Mumbai. Simple. You use electric buses from Nilakal to Mumbai on a regular basis. Send one bus after another, depending upon the crowd that is available. At any given time, you are not going to have 20, 30,000 people, more than 20, 25,000 people. So, okay, run so many electric buses from Nilakal to Mumbai and back. Run shuttle services on electricity. That is not polluting. So, banning it is not a solution. Providing alternate solution to that is most required. Provide a walkway. Just like you have escalators which can take you up, provide a walkway where you stand and the conveyor, sort of conveyor belt will take you to this thing. So no issues for anybody. Can't that be done? Anyway, you are going to stand in a bus and go. So I would rather stand on a conveyor belt and be taken there. I don't
Yeah.
have to have a huge bus, engine, diesel, and all that. And after all, what is the distance between Nilakal and this thing, Mumbai? It will be faster. The more number of your ability to transport people faster to Mumbai means they go up the hill, have darshan, and come back faster. That means there is a lesser load on the infrastructure there. And you are trying to build up tourism. Who will want to go to a place which is dirty, where filth is there everywhere? You charge, but give the facilities for that. After all, you are also earning money.
Then what
And
should be
it
the
is
take of
immaterial whether a person comes from Andhra or Telangana or he comes from Kerala. It is immaterial.
that's it? And what should be the take of the show? Marx versus
The take of this
Manikandan.
show is uh, I will tell the devotees, render what Jesus Christ told his disciples, render unto Caesar what belongs to Caesar, render unto God what belongs to God. Give to the government what belongs to the government, give to God what belongs to the God. I will tell the government also the same thing. You take what is due to you to maintain your government. Don't interfere in the work of God. God knows how to take care of it himself. And he will do it through his trustees. The fear of God is what makes it devotee comes to God. And that fear will keep him straight. There is no fear for the government. So the government will be cheated.
And who is the government by? It is elected by the people. They are just
Yes,
represented. They think
they
that they
are
are the super.
representative.
These fellows have got the fashion of putting chief ministers' photos, prime ministers' photos, and saying it is their this thing. What is that nonsense going on in India? It's shaming, it's shaming. So the take of the show is Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan, keep away from Shabarimala. And
That's all.
High Court clearly, it is our faith, our belief. If you are interfering, kindly come to Nelkal. Nelkal to Pamba, you travel. From Pamba, you travel to Sannidhanam. You have a darshan. Check the facilities. And while you come back, you just check the road. How devotees are being put to hardship by plying tractors and dolis. With due respects to all those earners through dolis. But don't you think devotees should have that minimum basic requirements wherein safety is assured, and when they are coming back, they are tired, and it's a slope. Don't you think they should be balancing well? Don't you think they should come back healthy and with
Places
all
for
that?
rest should be there.
Yeah.
Places for rest should be provided there. Some seating arrangement or sitting arrangement or something like that should be provided.
At every corner and with good food, not private players. Why don't Shabarimala, Travancore Devaswam board or government take it up when you are collecting such a huge money and at the same
Or
time
allow the trust to do it. Or allow the
allow
trust
it.
to do it.
And a trust also, if you don't believe in God, Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan and the party in power there, then what right you have got to administer them? Same way in Tamil Nadu also. If you are atheist, we respect you. Similarly, you should respect our belief. Simply for the reason that you have come to power, how is that you are trying to address the beliefs of people, their deities, their temples, when you do not believe in them? They should become independent. At least now courts should take cognizance of this. And by the word secular, it's a
Yes.
big secular means government has no interference in any religious activity of anyone. If such is the case, how is that whether it is central government or state governments are interfering with the temples? Who has given you right? You are a secularist. Chalo, move away. You are just my representative. With my money you work, and how dare you are trying to interfere with my belief and faith. Who the hell you are? That is why we say Tatvamasi. That is the word. You kindly explain, with that we'll close. When you go to Lord Ayappa, he say Tatvamasi.
Tattvamasi. I am you. I am you. That's all.
So I hope
There is no more
every
explanation for that.
every
After
believer,
41 days of, yes, after all this hardship that I suffer, when I go there and have your darshan, I am you. I become you. That is why I pour that ghee into that oblation and burn it and say, yes, now I've merged into you. There is no difference between the Ayyappa who is sitting in that Sannidhanam and the Ayyappa who is sitting or standing outside on these steps. For a person like me, both are Ayyappas.
wonderful. So this is reincarnation. Every believer in Lord Ayappa. This is the
Yeah.
essence, religious essence, the faith essence of Diksha. When you go with that coconut with ghee, we say Abhisheka Priyane Sharnamayappa. What is that ghee stands for? It is your soul. When you go and offer him through that Abhishekam, through the deity in Shabarimala, you are identifying yourself with the Lord Ayappa. And the
Ayyappa.
coconut shell which you are burning is nothing but it represents your physical body. So every year you are a reincarnated soul. Mr.
You
Pinarayi
are
Vijayan and
reincarnated.
this is the big show. Reincarnating your soul, it only happens with Ayappa Diksha. Such a wonderful, wonderful Diksha. It generates health, and not only that, it purifies your soul. When you are offering that ghee, which you collect, that is where there is a tradition. The ghee and the offering of the rice. Many will come and pour their ghee. Those who cannot visit Shabarimala, you are allowing them to contribute ghee to your coconut. That means even their souls are integrated with Lord Ayappa. This is the beauty of this Diksha. They carry that Irumudi. Because we say Irumudi Priyane Shanamayappa, Abhisheka Priyane Shanamayappa, and the rice with which you carry, say Annadana Prabhuve Shanamayappa. Such a beautiful Diksha, Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan and the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister, whoever it is, at least now you understand that ghee is the offering of your soul. Your soul is purified, you are sanitized in your purview, in your language, and you become Tatvamasi. I am you. Lord says, you are me or I am you, whatever it is. And we burn those shells, coconut shells, identifying with your physical presence. That means you have alienated yourself with everything. And not only that, when we say homam everywhere, why homams are done with pure ghee? The essence of it is it cleanses the environment. Everything is there in our Hindi religion. That homam, for every Guru Pravesham new, we do homams to cleanse that area. I hope all climate and environmentalists will understand the beauty of the Indian religion, the homams, and the coconut shells which are burned in Shabarimala, they identify with the core aspect of nature, symbiosis of all Ayyappa devotees with nature, and in every festive occasion, the same homas are being done with the pure ghee. That sanctity also remains the same. That is the beauty of this religion. That is the beauty of Lord Ayyappa, Shabarimala Ayyappa, the god of tribals, and who is in that mudra of meditation, devotion. And as he rightly pointed out, so many new things, he is considered as the master of meditation, maybe even Lord Buddha's guru, he says. So with this, we say, Swamiye Sharamayappa, and very, very thanks to
Thank
Ravichandran
you.
ji very much. And this show, many have been asking, will be repeated on Citizens DRTSPR channel day after tomorrow. That means Friday at 8 p.m. on both Citizens DRTSPR channel and the Facebook, so that you can again understand. If we are wrong, prove us wrong. You can always come and participate in the show, and the learned guests will always be there, because we don't discriminate any religion or against anyone. Simple and straight rule of law, constitution, invoking evidential act. Whether the same constitution is being applied to Hindu religion and temples and all those Lord Ayyappa devotees visiting Shabarimala with this Diksha period, that we leave it to your own proper sense, because these channels are the blessings of Lord Ayyappa. That is how I feel, and I'm here to do these shows without any discrimination against anyone. Thank you very much, sir. Good night. Do support DRTSPR
Good night.
channels in public interest. Swami Shanamaya.
Bye.